I'm Michael Hawke, former Green Beret, combat commander, and government contractor.
25 years ago. I'm a former Green Beret medic. I'm a former Special Forces medic, 18 Delta, and I was teaching survival both in the military and in civilian world back then.
All right, we're ready to take off into the ISHI wilderness. Got the pack on, got our rope, everything's secure, and off we go.
Okay, so ISHI made this rack here. He put a couple timbers up this way, this one went up, and this was cross beam that went up high.
Got the soap plant here. Yeah. And it's part of the volcanic mud flow, and it's embedded in there like cement. And it looks like somebody came along with a hammerstone, zigzag pattern, where they knocked flakes off the bottom and off the top to get this good.
ISHI made arrows in groups of 5. Thus, you would select the best of these sticks and collect them in groups and bind them together securely.
Wood was warm, it gave very readily to pressure. In less than a minute, any curve or crook could be straightened out. After the glue was applied, the point was further secured by binding it with chewed sinew.
Ghost rock is interesting.
Okay, keep it on there. Keep it on the ember.
Women are every bit as capable of surviving in the wilderness as men. ISHI's sister fled with an old Yahi man, which increased both of their chances of survival.
A little toyin berry, grapes, then I'm putting the cap back on like this here.
It is a false belief to conclude that the resources dwindled so much that ISHI could not survive.
Concave recess, slightly recessed area. You still see a lot of the peck marks. Possible, if not, I think this other way may be. Yeah.
ISHI in Two Worlds, written by Theodora Kober in 1961. Once the log was split, I began shaping a bow. The darker heartwood is able to withstand the compression. The most simple way to do this is to cut 2 grooves into the wood.
Loops in and got it at the correct length, so now we're
shoot
ready.
This bow. I have a ISHI style primitive arrow here
With my homemade, all-natural primitive archery equipment.
This has got to be something of significance. You know, if this was anything of significance, I could see why ISHI wouldn't show Krober it, because this might be a very sacred site. I can take a little wormwood, stick it down in that thigh, like that. That could be. Yeah, that is. That's the grinding surface. So ISHI or somebody used this. Right? Example of a camper using a stone that's actually a grinding stone.
Kind of put them in astringency. This is probably the least astringent. This is probably more astringent. And this is probably the most astringent of these 3. Conjunctivitis, whether it's viral or bacterial or some sort of a pathogenic cause. Conjunctivitis is pretty strong. Besides, remember that too much maceration can make you go blind.
Protecting the palm of his left hand by a piece of thick buckskin, ISHI placed a piece of obsidian flat upon it, holding it firmly with his fingers folded over.
that's a good size because they're strong enough to hold our structure up. A bunch of these, so I'll just keep going at it with all of these stakes here. For our cross braces, we're going to use these thin willow shoots. These are very flexible and we can weave them in and out to make a sides. Over, under, over, under, over, under, fish trap and design. And we're ready to add our cat. We're going to do a second thatch starting at the top and coming down with the large ends all meeting.
Edible and medicinal plants or seasonal fruits and seeds, which was much more of a problem than the lack of food.
That's an example of it all.
Yeah, perfect.
You know, and
That's a
that'll be
beauty.
Museum piece.
Yeah. That's an old bucket.
No one may ever know the entire ISHI saga, but DNA may still someday shed more light. ISHI's DNA is likely on museum artifacts,